Hi, Thomas. Hope you're well.
Hi.
Thomas, is Mendy fit, and how much of a factor is the Manchester City game when it comes to your team selection against Aston Villa tomorrow?
Mendy cannot play. He was not in training so far, so we try to do everything for Saturday and to reintegrate him tomorrow in individual training and hopefully Thursday's team training, but not yet. And well, it's a matter of the amount of games and the load that we had for the players, and there was quite some intensive games. So the question is if we will have some changes. Yes, we will have. I will not give you the lineup, but there will be some changes because we take the opportunity to give important minutes and important minutes in important competition to guys who are missing the minutes in the moment.
This team of yours seems to be in a really good place at the moment. Do you think the balance and depth in the squad will just make you even more serious contenders this season when it comes to competing in all competitions?
I don't know if more serious or not. We are serious. We are doing things serious, and when we play a competition, we play to win it, because this is what we are and what the club and the what the club demands and what the responsibility from us is. We play and work for this club. This does not change. We are in the moment in a good place, like you say, because we work hard and we value the opportunities that we have, and the group is a strong group in the moment, and we have to take care about it every single day. It's not a given, and it does not last forever. If it's in the moment right now, we have to take care about it and keep on going in the same way, because we need to improve. Everybody will improve, and we cannot stand still.
Timo Werner has started on the bench for the last 5 games. How do you see his role within the squad, within the team, now that Romelu Lukaku appears to be the vocal point of that attack?
Yes, and he can play with Romelu, that is sure, and he did very well in Tottenham the last 25 minutes, 30 minutes of the match. That gave us a clear impression of how dangerous these two can also be together. There was some disappointment to brush off his shoulders from the Euros during the summer and from the first games. I think he was not happy with the performances in the beginning. We were not absolutely happy, because we know that he can be much more dangerous and much more of an attacking threat than he was. But the stuff that you don't see, I see him in the last training sessions more relaxed, more fluid in his movements, with more confidence, and that's why we put him on earlier against Tottenham, because we saw this development, and there are clear signs that he is on a good way, and I hope he can show and prove it tomorrow.
Last one, Paul.
I was going to ask you about what did you make of Marcos Alonso's decision to not take a knee? Do you like those kind of things to be discussed amongst the group, or I just want any general thoughts on that?
It's not a discussion within the group, but of course, if a player takes a decision like this, we are not in a bubble. Of course, then the discussions comes up. The very most important for me is that I know Marcus personally, and I trust him 1000%. That he is absolutely committed against racism and any form of racism, and there is no question about it, and we are all against it. We took all together the decision to take the knee. Maybe it takes sometimes also action against a routine to wake up again and to have another good discussion. And the discussion can only be in one direction, because we always, all of us, have the same point. We want to do the most against racism and stand up against it. So there are different forms of doing it. Marcus took his decision. He's a grown-up. He's a responsible person. And it is his decision, and we accept it, and he gave his reasons for it, and from here the discussion can end or can go on in a productive way, maybe to do more. So the most important is for me that we live it every single day, and this is what we do here at Common.
John Southall, 5 Live.
Hi Thomas, just one more on that. Can you understand Marcus's understandings? I think he said the gesture is maybe lacking some strength now, and maybe it needs to go in a different direction. Can you see that?
Isn't it always like this? Like once you do a gesture and then everybody's doing it, and once you do it so often because there are so many games, it becomes normal, and then maybe it lowers the effect of it. Yes. And if this is his point, I can see his point. We can now discuss if it's necessary to have this discussion and to be the only guy to stand up. Okay, of course, but I think he's pretty aware of it, and he is experienced enough. He is responsible enough, and that's the way it is. You know, this development started also with single persons to taking a knee. And then it became a bigger thing, and I think Marco's point is that it cannot end like this, and that it cannot become normal. What should be normal, that we are against racism, that should be normal. And I think I understand that Marcos thinks there's always more to do, and it's also right. And at the same time, of course, we want to focus on sports, but use the platform and use the possibilities that we have, how we live together, and how we produce performances together is living by example, and I think this is the most important in it.
On tomorrow's game, you said you wanted to give players some minutes who haven't had minutes. Does Ruben Loftus-Cheek come into that equation, and what impression has he made on you since he returned?
Well, you know, we gave him some minutes against Zenit, and that was a close game. It was a Champions League opener for us, and we gave him some minutes, and that was not a gift he deserved, and I trust him because I see how he works, and he adapts to his situation, and he accepts his situation, and what he makes out of it is very, very good in training on a daily basis. So tomorrow there's a big chance that he can show it on the pitch.
And Sal, I presume, is another one who needs minutes. How long do you think it will take him?
Well, now we're getting close to the lineup, yes, but of course, we want to give Saul some minutes. First of all, the guys want to have minutes, and they want also to show and to impress and to keep on pushing. And we need some player to have more competitive minutes, and we want to have a competitive team, and at the same time use the opportunity to push some guys and to trust them also in a competitive cup match like tomorrow, and Saul is also one of them.
And just final one on Mendy. Do you think he'll be ready to play City on Saturday, or is it a bit more serious than that?
Actually, I think it's possible, but it's a bit a race against pain and race against time. So let's see. I hope he will be back in team training on Thursday, and if this goes well, then he's ready for Saturday. But I don't know right now.
James Savundra.
Thomas, in more than half of your league matches in charge of Chelsea, you've made a substitute either at half-time or before half-time. I just wonder if you can explain your thinking when it comes to making those decisions, and do you think your proactive way of managing matches in-game is part of the reason for your success?
I hope, otherwise it would not look good for me if it's not part of the success. Well, sometimes, you know, there are a lot of thoughts about it. If you do it at half-time, or if there's maybe developments in the game that you can wait a bit longer. It also is a form of trust that you show to the bench, so that you have people who can instantly have an impact and change a momentum. It's not a general thing, and we are not waiting for it and looking for the opportunity to do as many early changes as possible. It's like you said, it's in-game coaching and adapting to what the game offers and what the opponents offer, and maybe sometimes about spaces and tactical choices. In Liverpool, it was necessary because of a red card, and then it was again like a bit unlucky for Saul against Aston Villa. And today we had N'Golo on the bench, and was a little bit like we could have also waited. But if you have N'Golo, you also want to have him on the pitch. So there are different reasons. We are not waiting for it when we have the impression that it's the moment to help the team. We are not shy to take the decision, but I'm pretty sure there will also come matches where we will take late changes because we are happy what we see.
I wanted to ask you about Thiago Silva. He turns 37 tomorrow, but he was man of the match against Spurs on Sunday.
Yeah.
What is the secret to his success? Is there something he's doing differently from some of the younger players? Just how has he reached those levels at the age he is with the experience he has?
Well, from the first day I met him in Paris, and of course I'm happy to have him here now in the squad. He was a fantastic professional, and he was an outstanding captain. What a fantastic person, and the approach from him to recovery, to live this life as a professional player is simply outstanding. So it means like to what he eats, when he eats, how he recovers, how he trains. When he's on the pitch, he trains full on. There is no training session where he's trying to hold back. He's one of the most intensive guys in training physically, and he gets obviously better and better with his experience, and to step out of what he knew and of his like zone and of his status that he had in Paris, to step out of this and enter in the hardest competition in Europe in this age shows what competitor he is. He is. I don't look at age. We just look at performances, and then from then we don't care if you are super young or if you are like a bit older, like Thiago. This does not matter. He's in a very good moment since long time, and hopefully he can preserve this momentum and these performances, because it was well deserved that he was man of the match.
Last one in the broadcast section, Nick Pure.
Hi Thomas. Just on Timo, you could see at the weekend it looked like Romelu was, when he played one ball in particular, he seemed desperate for Timo to score, and it was really nice to see, obviously, him wanting his teammate to get that goal. That, I suppose, that partly shows the team spirit, but also does that show, how popular Timo is and how much his teammates appreciate the hard work he does, with his runs off the ball and things like that. And, as we talked about before, I guess, one goal essentially transformed.
And it shows also how Romelu is like shows that he knows how a striker feels that lacks goals. For me, the most important was that Timo was in better positions, and we had him again in dangerous positions around Romelu, and that he was not too far out on the pitch, but he was actually in and around the box and he had his chances in the box, and later he had the assist, which was well done, also within the box. So this is more important, and more important is how he trains. Not only in pure quality of training, but also in the attitude. He in the moment he moves more. He's free in his movements, and in his decision making is with more confidence. So sometimes it needs a bit of time, and sometimes you don't even have this one particular reason why things look a bit more easy. But Timo is in this moment, and hopefully him also, he can push himself now and keep this momentum going. Everybody is happy if he can show his skills in front of goal and can be dangerous, because this is what we want, and this is why he's here, to be dangerous, to score goals, of course, and also to assist and to create to open spaces with aggressive runs. And this was a big step forward in the last game against Tottenham.